So basically what's happened so far is what I showed you in the last video. Some of those clips, you'll have to excuse me, have been all over the place. They were from before I'd even started the window panels, but it's what footage I had and I wanted to get an upload out before it sort of took too long and I lost interest off you guys. I wanted to upload quite soon rather than leaving it weeks before I had another upload. So yeah, basically what's been going on, been cutting out more rust, been like patching new panels in, sort of making my own sheets and stuff. I had a delivery come, a new panel arrived from Just Campers. I've offered it up to the panel, it seems pretty good to be honest. So yeah, I've got to get some more welding wire because I ran out of wire. I've got to get some spray paint so I can treat the welds until they're dressed and whatever, just so they don't corrode. And then yeah, that should be about it. This is where I've got to with the van today. Trimmed all the edges back. As you can see, there's still rust here. A guy on the Facebook group said that he's actually got this section, so I'm going to see how much he wants for that, and then if he does I might be able to just chop that out, put my new piece in, and then it's done. I've still got to dress this weld down here. This is covered in temporary paint, just literally to stop it from rusting any further. But it's looking alright in my opinion. I mean, I know that some people have said the seam's not here, but to be honest, I'm gonna take some of the seams off the van anyway because I prefer it to look smooth. Both sides are done the same as this. This door's got to come off so I can dress this seam in here. I just haven't had time to take the door off yet. So that's all temporary paint. Don't judge that as a final result because that's not what it's gonna be. I found a bit more rust in here than I was expecting. I've got to sort of address this down here. And also this arch is going to be, well, it has been cut out, but I've got to weld a piece in there so I've got a nice new arch because that was all rusty as anything. I found why the engine wasn't running well. It was because basically the carbs have got massive leaks on them because the seals inside are completely deteriorated. So I'm going to have to get a new rebuild kit and rebuild them and then try it again. I've got leaks from the push rod tubes, so I've got to get new seals for them and then put them in. My hair is a mess. Sorry guys. And then yeah, just carry on building bits of the van. It's never going to be a short project, but yeah, it'll get there in the end. Another thing I wanted to mention is, what do you guys want to see? What videos do you want to see? If you want to see sort of more modifying videos, like doing bits on cars, how to modify your car, how to do this, that and the other, let me know, because that's my comfort zone. Things like that I can deal with. This is way out of my comfort zone, so everything that I'm doing is new to me and learning, so it's going to be a first for me. So I'm probably not the best person to give you advice because I'm still asking people for advice, but I can give you tips as to what I found it easier for me as a learner on restoring vans. But yeah, if you guys have questions, if you want sort of different things to see, if you want to see different things in my life or whatever, then let me know and I'll try and sort it out. If you do like the videos, please hit like and hit subscribe, because that would mean a lot to me, because obviously then I can see that people are actually enjoying the videos and the content that I'm making. So yeah, so it's yet another day. Yeah, basically I got some of the panel done, cut some of the panel off, tack welded the new one on just to sort of line it up. Everything seems pretty square, to be honest. Doesn't seem bad. This is sprayed with rust inhibiting primer to stop it rusting while overnight, because I didn't want any surface corrosion to come on it. Feel free to criticise my welding because a lot of people already have been, so it's a new job to me. I've never done fabricating on panels before, so it's not going to be perfect. The door is off. It is here. This section is the main slider rail. I'll do that again. This section here is the main slide rail, which is just welded to the back of that under the knockoff panel. Now, as you can see, in the sorry state mine is, it's perforated through. The back of it is even worse. It's completely gone. But I couldn't find a repair panel for this section anywhere. I've seen people selling body cuts, but they wanted 120 odd quid. these rails, I don't know whether mine's an old style rail or what, but the slide rails I've seen are not this shape. They've got like a hook on the top here that comes over and it stops it lifting out. Well, mine has got this little notch that you pull, like you lift the whole thing up a bit and it kind of releases out of here. So I decided to go down to my local metal merchants and get them to cut me a piece of steel, 2mm steel, and then put a 90-degree bend in it. And then I also bought some 10mm mild steel bar. I intend to make my own track because, I don't know whether you'll see this very well, but it fits in there really snug. And the rolling action on it is very, very smooth. So hopefully if I can fabricate my own roller, my own track, sorry, we should be getting another part done today. Every time you cut a panel out on an old van, you find more problems that you didn't encounter the first time, and you got to find ways around it if you don't want to pay all the money to get someone else to do it. So it might not be perfect and it won't be original, so all the enthusiasts out there that want to say that my van is not an original van, they're more than welcome to. At the end of the day, I wanted a VW camper van and this one was in pretty bad shape, so to give it another lease of life, the only way I could afford to do it is start making parts of my own. This panel here behind me was one of the window sections that were completely rusty and that you saw me fabricating one of the windows. So yeah, I just basically filled in the gap. It's not finished yet at all because this is still visible here, but as for the actual panel, it doesn't look that bad in my eyes. The other side's on its way as well, just on this side that's coming along. It's just got to be sort of finished up a bit more. A sort of time lapse of me welding that panel in. That's all done now, and this is what I've come up with for the sliding mech. As you can see, it's the piece of round bar welded onto there as a track and the original end welded all the way around. I don't know whether you can see that side, so the rubber bushing stop will still go in there. That is tacked all the way along, but just for now it's tacked. It's going to be staying tacked until I've tested it on the van to see if it probably works, then I'll weld a seam on it. But hopefully that'll work, and then yeah, it's not going to die on me and I'm not going to have to faff around and find another one of them. I'm about done for today, but basically it's all tacked on and ready. So this is all just tacked on all along here. It sits in the track nicely, just on there. The only thing I need to fabricate is a little catch here, so that when you get to the end, because it misses at the moment here, but this should touch, so I need to make something just to stick out here so that when the door gets to the end of the slide, it opens the catch so it can move, else it's not going to shut properly. But considering it was made myself, I'm pretty happy with how that rolls. So yeah, as soon as that's got a catch on it, I'll be able to have it shuts properly again. But yeah, I do have a rear sliding mech that's no longer rusty, so I'm happy about that. Oh. Guys, I'm done. I'm shattered and I can't be bothered to do any more today, and I need to get more welding wire anyway. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, drop a like, hit subscribe, and we'll see you next time.